Hello, I'm Dr. Olivia Thompson, and today I want to share with you a fascinating discovery that's revolutionizing how we understand brain protection. Did you know that adding specific fruits to your daily diet can strengthen your neural connections and create a protective barrier against brain degeneration? While many look for expensive medications to preserve memory, nature has hidden powerful neuroprotective compounds in common fruits that are now scientifically confirmed. And the most incredible part? They're within your reach, probably in the fruit bowl in your kitchen right now. Think for a moment. Have you noticed small memory lapses lately? Do you take longer to remember people's names? Sometimes forget where you placed your glasses or car keys? If you answered yes to any of these questions, especially if you're over 60, don't worry. You're not alone. These small memory failures are usually the first signs that your brain needs more specific nutrients to continue functioning at its maximum capacity. What we've recently discovered in neuroscience is absolutely fascinating. When we consume certain fruits rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, these nutrients can cross the blood-brain barrier, which works as an extremely selective security gate protecting our brain. Can you imagine how difficult it is for a substance to cross this barrier? It's specifically designed to keep toxins and pathogens away from our delicate brain cells. However, these natural compounds from fruits have the key to this gate. Once inside the brain, these compounds activate incredible neuronal self-cleaning mechanisms, removing beta-amyloid protein plaques that are characteristic of Alzheimer's disease. At the same time, they stimulate the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that works as a true fertilizer for new neurons and connections. Can you imagine your brain literally regenerating based on what you eat? That's exactly what happens. Let me tell you the story of Mrs. Teresa, a 72-year-old patient I recently worked with. She was a mathematics teacher before retiring and had always been proud of her sharp mind. However, she began to notice that she was forgetting important dates and names of former students. This made her extremely concerned. When she came to my office, in addition to recommending physical activity and cognitive exercises, I prescribed a neural menu centered on 5 specific fruits. "Doctor, it seems too simple to work," she told me during that consultation. I confess that I understand her skepticism. We're accustomed to thinking that effective solutions need to be complex or expensive. But after 3 months of following my recommendations, Mrs. Teresa returned with a radiant smile. She was solving crossword puzzles more easily, rarely forgot appointments, and even went back to tutoring children in her neighborhood. "It's as if a fog had lifted from my mind," she told me with emotion. And the most impressive part? All this came from a relatively simple change in her diet. Now you must be wondering, what are these miraculous fruits that can protect my brain? I'll share with you the 5 neuroprotection treasures that revolutionized Mrs. Teresa's life and many other patients. First, we have blueberries. I consider them the blue gold of neuroprotection. They're incredibly rich in anthocyanins, compounds that significantly improve communication between neurons and reduce brain inflammation. Studies conducted by the respected Tufts University have demonstrated something extraordinary. Consuming just 1 cup of blueberries 3 times a week can delay cognitive decline by up to 2.5 years. That means potentially 2.5 more years of mental clarity, intact memories, and cognitive independence. Isn't it amazing how something so small can have such a large impact? To incorporate blueberries into your routine, I suggest adding them to your morning yogurt, mixing them into smoothies, or simply enjoying them fresh as a snack. If you can't find fresh blueberries in your area, Frozen ones maintain practically the same nutritional benefits. Can you imagine starting your day actively feeding your brain with these small blue protectors? The second powerful fruit is strawberries. They contain high levels of resveratrol and ellagic acid, compounds that combat oxidative stress and specifically protect the hippocampus, the crucial brain region for forming new memories. Research conducted by the Rush University Medical Center showed impressive results. Elderly people who regularly consume strawberries have cognitive performance comparable to people 1 to 2 years younger. Your brain literally ages more slowly when you frequently consume strawberries. Strawberries are extremely versatile in cooking. You can add them to salads, prepare healthy desserts, or simply wash them well and enjoy them naturally. A valuable tip: don't remove the green leaves until the moment of consumption, as this helps preserve the nutrients for longer. And remember, whenever possible, choose organic ones to reduce exposure to pesticides. The third brain protector on our list is pomegranate, a truly extraordinary fruit, rich in punicalagins, extremely potent antioxidants that reduce brain inflammation and protect neurons from premature cell death. A fascinating study from the University of California found that drinking just 250 ml of pomegranate juice daily significantly improved verbal and visual memory in older adults with mild memory complaints. Participants could more easily remember words, names, and images after a few weeks of regular consumption. I know many consider pomegranate laborious to eat because of the seeds. A practical tip: cut the pomegranate in half and gently tap with a wooden spoon on the skin while holding the fruit with the seeds facing a bowl. The seeds will fall out easily. You can also opt for natural pomegranate juice without added sugars, or include the seeds in salads and yogurts for a crunchy and nutritious touch. Our fourth brain ally is avocado. Although many consider it a vegetable, it's technically a fruit and one of the most nutritious for the brain. Avocado is rich in healthy monounsaturated fats that significantly improve cerebral blood flow. Additionally, it contains high doses of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant directly associated with reducing Alzheimer's risk. Regular consumption of avocado is linked to improved concentration and cognitive processing. Did you know that our brain is composed of approximately 60% fat? Avocado provides exactly the type of healthy fat our brain needs to function optimally. To enjoy the benefits of avocado, you can spread it on whole grain toast for breakfast, add it to salads, or prepare a delicious homemade guacamole as a side for your meals. An important tip: to prevent avocado from browning when cut, squeeze a little lemon juice over it. Finally, we have cherries, especially tart cherries. They contain exceptionally high levels of anthocyanins and natural melatonin, improving not only cognition, but also something fundamental for brain health: sleep quality. Did you know that during deep sleep, two essential processes occur for your brain: memory consolidation and the removal of brain toxins? Cherries help with both. Neuroimaging studies have shown that regular consumption of cherries increases activity in brain regions associated with learning and memory. Additionally, the natural melatonin present in cherries can help regulate your sleep cycle, allowing your brain to perform its night maintenance work more efficiently. You can consume fresh cherries when they're in season, or opt for frozen versions and natural juices without added sugar throughout the year. An excellent option is to prepare a cherry smoothie before bedtime to enhance sleep benefits. As a doctor specializing in preventive health, I can confidently state that what we observe in these 5 fruits is truly extraordinary, a perfect combination of compounds that work in synergy. It's not just about an isolated nutrient, but a complete orchestra of phytochemicals that protect the brain on multiple levels, from reducing inflammation to promoting neurogenesis, which is the creation of new neurons. The most surprising thing is that the transformation can begin in just a few weeks. Many of my patients report significant improvement in mental clarity, concentration, and memory within 14 to 21 days after incorporating these fruits into their daily diet. It's as if the brain was anxiously waiting for these nutrients, I often explain in my consultation. Based on more than 2 decades of studies at prestigious universities such as Harvard, Stanford, and Oxford, today we know that diet has a much greater impact on brain health than we previously imagined. Choosing the right fruits can not only slow cognitive decline, but potentially reverse it in its early stages. Now, you may be wondering, how can I incorporate all these fruits into my daily routine in a practical way? I have some suggestions that work very well for my patients. An effective strategy is to create a weekly rotation of these fruits. For example, Mondays and Thursdays you can focus on blueberries, Tuesdays and Fridays on strawberries, Wednesdays on avocado, Saturdays on pomegranate, and Sundays on cherries. It's not necessary to consume all fruits every day. A generous portion of 1 or 2 of these protective fruits already brings significant benefits. Another excellent approach is to prepare a neuroprotective smoothie combining some of these fruits. For example, a mix of blueberries, strawberries, and avocado with a little plant milk creates a delicious and extremely beneficial drink for your brain. Add a teaspoon of ground flaxseed to further enhance the effects with omega-3, another essential nutrient for brain health. For those who prefer solid meals, a colorful salad with green leaves, strawberries, avocado, and pomegranate seeds can be a delicious option for lunch. Add a handful of walnuts or almonds to complement with proteins and more healthy fats for the brain. It's important to mention that although these fruits are powerful brain protectors, they work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Regular physical activity, quality sleep, mental stimulation through new learning, and strong social connection are equally important to keep your brain young and healthy. Let me share another inspiring story. Charles, a 65-year-old lawyer, came to my office concerned because he started forgetting important case details and client names. This was affecting his professional confidence, and he feared having to retire prematurely. We implemented the 5-fruit protocol along with daily walks and memory exercises. 3 months later, Charles not only maintained his professional performance, but reported greater mental clarity and ability to concentrate for longer periods. Dr. Thompson, I feel mentally sharper now than I did 5 years ago, he told me with emotion. Cases like Charles and Mrs. Teresa are not exceptions. I have documented hundreds of similar stories in my clinical practice. The power of these specific fruits to protect and revitalize the brain is supported by both rigorous science and the practical results I observe daily. A fascinating aspect that deserves highlighting is how these fruits protect the brain in different yet complementary ways. Blueberries, for example, have a special affinity with the frontal cortex, the region responsible for planning and decision-making. Strawberries seem to particularly benefit the hippocampus, essential for memory. Avocado improves global blood flow to the brain, while pomegranate has a special affinity with cellular cleaning systems. Cherries, in turn, optimize sleep-wake cycles that are crucial for overall brain health. Can you visualize how these fruits form a complete team of brain protection, each one fulfilling its specific role, but all working together for a common goal: keeping your brain functioning at its maximum potential for as long as possible? And here's something few professionals mention: the timing of consuming these fruits can also make a difference. Blueberries and strawberries, for example, are excellent morning options, providing antioxidants that protect your brain during daily activities. Avocado works very well at lunch, ensuring sustained brain energy for the afternoon. Cherries, with their natural melatonin, are ideal for evening consumption, preparing your brain for restorative sleep. But attention, even with all these benefits, it's important to consult a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you take regular medications or have pre-existing medical conditions. Some fruits may interact with certain medications, such as anticoagulants, for example. A crucial point I need to emphasize: the quality of fruits makes a difference. Whenever possible, choose organic products, especially for strawberries, which tend to absorb more pesticides. Ripe fruits, harvested at the right point, contain higher levels of neuroprotective compounds. Value local and seasonal produce. Fruits that travel less tend to better preserve their nutrients. Speaking of nutrients, another important factor is the combination of these fruits with other nutrient sources. For example, the vitamin C present in strawberries increases the absorption of iron from green leafy vegetables. The healthy fats in avocado improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins present in other fruits and vegetables. These nutritional synergies further enhance the benefits for your brain. If you truly want to maximize brain protection, also consider reducing foods that are known to harm cognition. Refined sugars, white flour, trans fats, and ultra-processed foods. They promote brain inflammation, exactly the opposite of what we want to achieve with our protective fruits. Let me share an important observation from my clinical practice. Patients who combine the consumption of these fruits with mindfulness practices or meditation seem to obtain even more expressive results. Stress reduction through meditation perfectly complements the biochemical protection offered by the fruits. Your brain thanks you doubly. We're living in a fascinating moment in nutritional neuroscience. The paradigm is rapidly shifting from a medication intervention model to a prevention model through diet. And the most incredible thing? This approach not only protects against neurodegenerative diseases but improves everyday brain function, your memory, concentration, creativity, and learning capacity. Imagine waking up every morning with mental clarity, easily remembering names and appointments, and maintaining your cognitive independence for many, many years. This is not a distant fantasy. It's a real possibility within reach of those who implement these simple yet powerful strategies. If you want to keep your brain young and protected against cognitive decline, start today by implementing these fruits into your daily routine. A daily portion, alternating between blueberries, strawberries, pomegranate, avocado, and cherries, can be the secret to keeping your memories and cognitive abilities intact for much longer than you imagine. Remember, your brain is like a precious garden. It needs the right nutrients to continuously flourish. And nature, in its infinite wisdom, has hidden protection against dementia in the most colorful and delicious fruits we have available. Isn't it wonderful how the simplest solutions can be the most powerful? If you enjoyed this information and want to learn more about how to naturally protect your brain, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love. After all, taking care of brain health is a gift we can give to ourselves and to the people we love. Our next video will bring specific exercises to enhance the effects of these fruits on your cognition. Thank you for your attention. I'm Dr. Olivia Thompson, and I'm here to help you take care of your health in a natural, effective way based on the latest scientific discoveries. Until our next meeting, and remember, your brain deserves the best possible fuel. Take care of yourself